Hi, everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to a new live stream, and welcome to my Moscow kitchen. It's really the lounge room now. It is a little bit echoey. I understand that, so I'm sorry. I need to put some fancy things on the wall. I hope everyone's doing okay. I see lots of people already here live. We've got 20 people already live waiting for the stream to start, I think. And we got 33 likes, so thank you. Sorry, I'm looking at myself in 3 different views here, which is a little bit too many places to see myself when I should be looking at you guys at the camera there. So thank you, everybody who's here live. There was a few people who were earlier on in the chat. So Mohammed, hello. If you're here now or you've left and come back, love your videos. Thank you. Yeah, Mohammed Bilal. Hello. John, hello. Good to see you if you're here or not. Leo, I know you're a member of the Traveling with Russell Telegram group or channel, so thank you so much. Arab Hassan, hello everyone. Maxime, I think that's Maxime. Your apartment tour is nice and engaging. Thank you. Yes, I've done now a few different apartment tours, but I'm imagining the most recent one, which was a couple of days ago. Petros. Again, just let me know if the video quality is good and the sound quality. If you do have an option to go to the settings cog, you can change the resolution up to 4K, I believe, or you should be able to, now that I'm using this fancier camera and fancier settings to allow it. Petros, hello. Anthony, hello. Bueno. Anthony Bueno. My dad's name is Anthony, by the way. He goes by Tony. So, Chris, hello. We got a couple of different channel members here. So, yeah, good to see you, Chris. Thank you. Bowman, 1776. Maleni, hello. Thank you again for your donation. I think you did it last time. I'm saying thank you anyway. Thank you. Kurt, hello. Oh, lots of regular people here. It's good to see lots of regulars. Faith, hello. I know you're a regular as well. Thank you so much for joining. Dixus, hello. There was a Dixie supermarket today where I went to. Quality is fine. Thank you so much. Video is good. Thank you, Leo. Super video and fine. Sergey, is that asked for tea? Hello. Brezhensiev, hello. M, hello. Growing a beard. No, well, yes and no. Time to have a shave. My wife just reminded me of that as well. Nice t-shirt. Thank you. Yeah, this is my staying at home t-shirt. My wife makes me now wear certain clothes when I'm at home and clothes when I go out. This is my staying home t-shirt. So I'm sorry. Is my head just cutting off slightly? Let me just jiggle that down a little bit. Yes, I do need a shave. This is really from not going out for a few days in a row. So I'm sorry if I don't look as amazing. Hello from a German who lives in Omsk. Hello. Nice t-shirt. Thank you. Yes. Oh, hello. I don't know German. No, I don't know any German. Auf Wiedersehen. I think that's German, I think. Hello from Melbourne. Vinny, how's it going? I watched the football today and Eagles lost, Dockers lost. So, yeah. And then my new adopted team, the St. Kilda, lost as well because of Ross the Boss. I'm following the team as my second or third team now. So, David, hello. Slattery. I read that buying property in Russia is first step in citizenship. Is that true? I think there's a way that you can acquire a visa through buying property, like where you invest a certain amount of money in property in Russia or in a business. Oh, someone's in Thailand. I know that there is a visa means, or they were introducing one this year, like through investment, a visa through investment, I think it's called. So, yeah, I don't 100% know about it, but I've heard about it. Oh, from Patia. I always want to say Pattaya, but they say Patia, don't they? My comment not wanted no more. Which comment was that? Did I miss any comments? I don't think I have. Greetings from Moscow. Love your video so much. Are you going to participate in our Bike Cycling Fest, which will run at 21st of May. I don't know. I always tend to find out about things so late or not early enough. Yes, if you want to send me an email or some way of me knowing about it or a way to look it up or Google it or something like that, then the one listed for sale, you got the better one, I think. Yes, Leo. So yeah, this is the one in the other video. This is not the one that we went to look at 2 days ago now. It wasn't yesterday, was it the day before? Hello from Sweden. Wow, people are everywhere. Ooh, hello. Sorry, again, I keep forgetting to look up directly at the camera. Sorry. I don't know how other live streamers do this. I think they sit further back from the camera and they don't seem to have to look at the monitors, I guess. Greetings from Austria. Oh, Austria. Annie Selniak. Hello. Don't know much about Austria, apart from the fact that we always get mixed up at the Olympics, don't we? It's AUT and AUS is the letters for the two different countries. Oh, yeah, I know German. I said goodbye. Oh, Auf Wiedersehen is goodbye. Did I visit the fancy Italian supermarket in Moscow? I don't know about an Italian supermarket. I did go to Perikrostock today, and that was kind of fancy. I went to Perikrostock Fresh, but I didn't make a video there because I didn't realize how fancy it was. But I don't know about the Italian one. And Auf Wiedersehen means goodbye in English. Oh, there we go. Auf Wiedersehen. Brazil here. Rodrigo, hello. I've got a friend who's also called Rodrigo from Brazil. We call him Roddy. R-O-D-I instead of Rodrigo. Yeah, Brazil. Hello from a Prelivka. What? You're in a Prelivka? Yes, I'm here as well. Now, I'll just explain a couple of things before I catch back up to the chat. So, yeah, Zdravstvuyte in a Prelivka. Hello from Chelyabinsk. Please say hello to Timur. Oh, hello, Timur. How are you going? I always do this like awkward wave, but thumbs ups as well. Thank you for 59 thumbs up, by the way. 59 likes. Thank you so much. And Timur, I hope you're having a nice day. In Chelyabinsk, I think you're ahead of me here in Moscow, right? Time-wise. So yeah, I'll just explain a couple of things. I think I know why. I've got one screen on the other side of the other screen. That's why I feel a bit off. So yeah, I put a couple of things in the pinned comments. One is a poll, which is about, is it possible to crowdfund an apartment? And I really shouldn't have given 3 options because the 32% is really probably adding to the yes and the no answer, right? So 23% no, I can't, or I won't be able to. 45% said yes. So out of 60 people, nearly half the people said yes. So thank you if you voted, or if someone else left and came. And tell me more, I'm curious. So yeah, so that's the one pinned comment, one poll. And there is a pinned comment if you'd like to donate to the channel, which I always do for live streams. There is that option if you want to do either super chats, pretty much super chats are for people anywhere in the world, I think, besides Russia. I think there's a few other countries that don't allow super chats. That's a way to donate to the channel directly through YouTube. That's always welcomed. Then there is in the pinned comment, there is also SberBank, which is kind of like a direct deposit where you can send money to that if you want. That's completely up to you again. And then there is donation alerts. Now, I do have donation alerts on the side of the screen here, but it doesn't come up on the screen. Oh, the screen's this way. I don't have the flip screen today. So yeah, if anyone does donation alerts, the last time I did a live stream was 9 days ago, because that was the last time someone did donation alerts. So thank you if you did then. Yeah, and then there is also PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, which are in the description of the video. Pretty much people use those as well. Now, the whole thing about the, so I might get behind with the chat here, I'm sorry. The whole idea is, this is my crazy idea, and let me pull it up on screen here, because it's just something interesting to talk about. it's a little bit of a I call it a pie in the sky idea. Has anyone ever heard of a pie in the sky idea? Now, hopefully, there it is. Now, shall I do this one? Depends on where is that not going like that? There it is. So yeah, so there's this crazy idea that I've got. Now, my wife and I have been tossing around an idea about looking to buy an apartment or another apartment. My wife bought one a few years ago before she came to Australia in not the best of condition. It was a bit of a bargain at the time. It did need a bit of work. We've fixed that up. If anyone saw the video, we did a follow-up video about it. I didn't really do any filming of me remodeling, constructing it myself. We got someone to, really just the kitchen that needed fixing. And then we replaced the furniture as well. Now, there's another one that's come up for sale in this same area. Now, it's not where we live here immediately, although I'll tell you a bit about that in a second as well. But the one that we've seen here is 3.5 million rubles. Now, the number may sound a lot. I guess you can look it up in other currencies, but I'm just going to go with the rubles number. Now, the idea is if you divide it by the number of subscribers as of a few hours ago, when I just re-updated this, 70,197, it equals 49 rubles 85 per person, right? So if everybody who is a subscriber donates 49 rubles 85, did I just say 87? 49.85 or 61 cents US, I guess, if anyone's not in Russia or they're in another country. It'll be different for dollars, euros, Swedish kronas, German. You guys are on euros in Germany, right? So Northern Ireland, is it punts or pounds? I just saw someone from Northern Ireland. So yeah, you can own a 0.001% share in an apartment, I found. Now, that would make a great video. Now, you wouldn't technically own a share in the apartment. Now, that's really not kind of technically possible. When we go to buy it and we go to register and we put 70,000 names as co-owners, obviously that's not possible. But the whole idea is it possible to crowdfund? If anyone's not heard of crowdfunding, it's a thing that's been around for a few years where somebody particularly comes up with an idea, like either buying an apartment like this or making something, inventing something. I'm going to invent a chapstick, and I would like everybody to give me money so I can somehow make and invent a chapstick, and then you'll be the first kind of person to receive a chapstick when it's invented, or when it's produced and then sold, so on. A friend did this recently with a deck of cards. He was a magician though, and he crowdfunded a limited edition release of playing cards that he designed the back of the playing cards. And actually, it was incredibly successful. He's a very good world champion of magic as well. But I really just want people's kind of opinions of this. Would it work? Would it not work? The thing is, if you divide the 3.5 million by how many subscribers, obviously the number gets very small, right? So there's a few other YouTubers. There's one called Ryan Trahan who did giving Mr. Beast a penny. Or originally his previous video, I think the more famous one was trading a penny to a house. And he got different things that he traded up from a penny. So he went from a penny, I think the first thing was a pen or a biro. So he kind of went from a penny to a chapstick to a, this is the thumb drive. These are just things on my desk here. Thumb drive to a USB drive. From there to, I don't know what else I've got on my desk here, not much. From there to a spoon. I have a spoon on my desk. And slowly you increase in value what you've got as a tradable item. And ultimately then you get to trade up to a house. And I believe in the video he gave the house away, I think, to a charity or somebody or other, or somebody that was in need of a house. And yeah, that was the crazy idea that I've come up with. Now, I did change the title of the video. Can YouTube buy an apartment for me? Now, I don't think that's really kind of appropriate title. I think hopefully it comes up with, can I buy an apartment with 50 rubles? So the idea would be, if, I think I've just pressed the right button. Yeah. If I, for instance, had 50 rubles and everybody gave me 50 rubles or less than 50 rubles now, right? It would reach 3.5 million. And this apartment could be purchased. We have found a place in the same area as that previous apartment. Now, the pictures of it, don't look great, but it's got a lot of furniture in there. So you've got to imagine places without furniture. So just in case anybody's typing in Russian or in Cyrillic, I can't read Russian. So I'm sorry. If you're typing things, you can type amongst yourselves. Hopefully it's nice things and polite things. But if it's not, I'm sorry. I can't reply back. So yeah, if anybody does anything that I can't read, there's somebody there with, I think that's Arabic, I think. Hello. Hello from Guangzhou. Oh, from somebody from China, maybe. How is the weather in Aprelivka? It's beautiful. In Pavlovsky Posad, it's been raining. It's not rained. I think it rained this morning. We went out this afternoon for a few hours. And then my wife just came home from work. She quickly made some dinner. And then she's gone to the other room to watch TV. It's not raining now. I know it's dry outside. It was definitely dry in the afternoon. We went out. So Ninjaroo, hello. I won't put all the comments on the screen unless I can. Half a year ago, dollar was around 55. Today, it's around 80 rubles. The price increased further in the last 6 months. Been affected by the currency rate. Yeah, the Australian dollar's kind of come back to the same level it was back before February last year, or very close to. So it's 53 or 54 rubles for a dollar now for Australian currency. So yeah, it's basically, I guess, recovered. Things have gone up in price, not lots. It really depends specifically on the product or where it's sourced from. Hello from Northern Ireland. Hello. I can say only affected electronic prices, yes, which are being imported from China and other countries. It didn't affect food prices as are all produced itself. Correct. Right. That's very true, Link. Yeah, things that are imported or depending on the region they're imported from is the big factor in it. I'm surprised electronics from China is affected. Yeah, I think just the supply chain. I think that was, although there's a train that comes right from China straight into Russia. Oh, congratulations on 70,000 subscribers. Yeah, that's another milestone. We probably should have done the 70,000. Maybe I'll do that as the next live stream. 70,000 subscribers. We'll be on 71 by then. It turned out that Savage Garden band is from Australia. Yes, to the moon and back. Oh, thank you. Yes. Don't they talk about that with like the stock market? Take the shares to the moon and diamond hands. I don't know really, but tech suppliers, we don't import so much. Chinese and Asian, yes. Transported through China and other countries, that's because it's affected. Some cases up to 20 or 30% increase. Yeah, I'll definitely agree about electronics. I don't tend to buy things very often. Everything I've bought basically has come through YouTube. So through people doing donations or super chats. And that basically allowed me to get the camera, the main camera that we're seeing here, the live stream microphone here. I don't have the boom arm set up today. I'm going to set that back up again. From when we moved house, I didn't do that. So a year ago, we were celebrating your crossing 10,000 and now you're at 70. Yes. Martha, yes. I think I will do my next live stream will be a celebratory live stream, I think. I think people kind of enjoyed that last time I did it. So there's another CIS country which transits goods prohibited by Europe. Okay, well, I think we're still talking about electronics. Don't waste your time with money talks. What Bitcoin reach 100,000? I will transfer 1 Bitcoin to you. You don't have to worry about sanctions with Bitcoins. Thank you, Martha. I don't have a Bitcoin account. I've seen this on other live streams where people have got like ways to transfer Bitcoin and Dogecoin and all these coins. I've never got into that at all. I understand that it's a big deal in the stock market or in the shares market and things like that. So yeah, if you can get one to 100,000, happily send it to me. And you can even stay at the apartment when we buy it if you like. But some things are also trying. I think it's a good idea, man. Thank you. Yeah, this idea of Adriulaman Farouk. Hello, by the way. Yeah, it's a very interesting concept, this crowdfunding. I've heard about it before. This trade up thing would be difficult for me to do here in Russia because I don't speak Russian as in conversation Russian. And to go around to people to ask to do trades, you've got to be able to explain what you're doing. I could probably easily do it easier in Australia than I could here. Again, thank you if you're writing in Russian. Hopefully it's all nice. If you put together 70 times of 50 rubles and makes... okay, so what have we got here? The answer is no, you can't. If you put together 70 thousands of 50 rubles, that will make 3.5 million rubles rather than 50. Yeah, look, I did the mathematics, if you're looking at that screenshot, based on the number of subscribers. So if we get to 1 million subscribers, everybody just needs to send me 10 rubles or whatever the XYZ number is. So yeah, it's gonna dropped under 50 rubles since the last time I posted about it. By the way, if anyone has got Telegram, I have a Telegram channel called Traveling with Russell Channel. You're welcome to join that. We're nearly at 800 subscribers there, or channel members, I think you're called. And then there is a chat when you put a comment on a post. So yeah, the answer is no, you can't. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, if I went out to the street where I live here, maybe not just immediately where I live, maybe down to the train station where I was a bit earlier on, and asked, can I borrow 50 rubles, right? There isn't a 50 ruble coin. There is a 50 ruble note. I should have had one for display purposes, shouldn't I? You know, people probably would give me 50 rubles. I mean, maybe the fact that I'm Australian, I don't know if they'll feel sorry for me or they'll wonder know why. I mean, I think you could go all day asking everybody for. I mean, it's not necessarily like asking for like begging for money, right? It's maybe, you know, can I borrow 50 rubles? I mean, if I asked my sister or my dad or my mom or my sister's kids or my wife or a friend here in a Prelivka or someone that I know who lives in Moscow, they would give me 50 rubles. But can I get 70,000 lots of 50 rubles? That's the hard thing, right? So I guess it's warmed up there. Yes, it's definitely warmed up. Yeah, I don't know what today's temperature was. It says it's 10 degrees outside. It was a little bit cooler today and yesterday. It is 9 o'clock at night now, but it says it's 10 Celsius and cloudy outside. Hello. Krasiba, I think that's hello as well. And nice to see you back in Russia. How much would I pay for a 2-room apartment or 2-bedroom apartment? So if you look at the video that I filmed the 2 days ago, that was considered it's called a 2-room apartment, but it's 1-bedroom apartment. That was just under 70 square meters, and it was 10.2 million. That's actually listed on the Cian website, on Avito website, which is the buying and selling. There's a link in the description of that video to the link to that listing because it's listed for sale, right? So I called a real estate agent. It is in the same building where I live, coincidentally, so it's kind of convenient to get over there. Literally just walk downstairs, met the person, got the keys. Nobody wants to be on the video, by the way. So the owner was there. They weren't on the video. The real estate agent was there, but didn't want to be on the video. So yeah, I mean, 10 million worked out at 100, because I think I've done the math wrong in the slide that I put up. $126,000 US for that place. You know, this is just about 45 kilometers from Moscow. It's a quiet suburban area. There's a train fairly close. So hello from Egypt. Hello. Really liked my KFC grand opening video. Thank you, Vinny. Yes. By the way, that was now people said that I was paid to make that video. They gave you money. You're a propagandist making it. I essentially emailed KFC.com rubles.ru, their website, to their, I don't know, I just went to their, whatever their email address was to email them. This was last week. And I asked, would I be able to come along as an invitee for the opening? I essentially invited myself to it. They didn't invite me. When I got there, funny enough, the lady that I met, the people, I guess they were kind of doing the, meet and greet at the door. She's like, "Oh, I know your channel. I've watched your videos already." And a lot of people do know me just by that now, because they happen to have seen a fairly common video that everybody sort of watched. So yeah, thank you. I enjoyed being there. Actually, I didn't eat enough food, and I probably should have took a goodie, like a doggy bag home with me. I saw people taking like whole bags of food home. What about a townhouse or a house with a yard? Not necessarily. The pure reason I would buy this place that we've seen is as a rental. So it'll be able to be rented out, and it will earn an amount of money for rent. Essentially, it would pay for itself if I can put enough as a deposit down. I don't think I'm going to reach the amount of money through crowdfunding or through everyone giving me 49 rubles. I think I'm just me, and that's how I am. I just want to say thank you to Alex, who has donated via donation alerts. Thank you so much, Alex. There's no comment there. I don't read out the amount of money that people put, because I obviously on super chats it's on the screen, you can't hide it. But on donation alerts and things like SberBank and PayPal and things like that, I don't mention what you've donated. But thank you so much. It's very appreciated. If I add, I'm going to do a running total, by the way, and I'll update it on the Telegram channel, what number we're at going forward. Because basically this money is, what I earn through YouTube is either to make more videos, it pays for my metro to get to somewhere to make a video, it pays for my lunch, pays for things like my camera, my microphone. It did essentially pay for the good amount of my phone that I bought, apart from my wife paying for most of it as well. So I think in the end with this apartment, I want to try to buy this myself and not have my wife help me buy it. But I think she may end up becoming a fairly big investor in it. Although we share everything exactly down the line, there's no mine is yours, yours is mine. I'm just going to try to do this myself as a thing, somehow. Yeah, townhouse or a house with a yard. I mean, there is plenty of them in the area where I live. You might have seen out the balcony windows of those last video. They're not cheap though, in terms of comparing it against the price of an apartment that could easily be purchased and easily rented out. So yeah, Bitcoin's a great way to transfer funds from Western banks to Russian banks. Yes, I hear it's a very popular thing. You've sent 100 rubles to SberBank. When do I move in? Yes, we will have a housewarming party. Whether you're in Moscow or not, you're more than welcome. Yes, you can definitely. That's 2 shares that you have. So you've got 0.002% if you sent 100 rubles. Yeah, the idea with this 50 ruble thing, it's just goofy, right? I've always had this idea. What's considered a lot of money? I mean, could I go up to, I use my brother-in-law or my sister or my mum as an example. How much money could I borrow from them without maybe them expecting it back? $50 is probably a lot. $5, yes. Anything under $5 is coins in Australia. So you've got to get somebody to set up a crypto account for your channel. It will be the easiest way to send your money by people living outside of Russia. Yes. Yeah, so basically outside of Russia, either through super chats or super thanks, which can be put on the bottom of any video, or PayPal. If anyone's got PayPal, that basically comes directly to me. Yeah, I'll have to ask somebody about this crypto thing, because it's just one too many things for me that I like less ways and means of checking things. A long time say, I'm glad you're back. Yes, Dr. Kerr C. Hello. Yes, definitely back now. 3 weeks, I think, since we got back from the trip. Have you been thinking about starting your Boosty account? It's like YouTube sponsors alternative. Let me just read what that means. Russell, have you thought about starting your Boosty account? It's like YouTube sponsors alternatives, but it's our own service and has more options. Yeah, the donation alerts, like what Alex sent, that basically, I'm pretty sure there's a payout from donation alerts through Boosty. The way I've got donation alerts set up, it pays into my SberBank the next calendar day. So at roughly 3 or 4 in the morning overnight, the amount goes into the SberBank card that I've nominated, right? So the Boosty, I think, is another way other than donation alerts. I don't kind of want to feel like I'm just asking for money, you know? This idea of this buying an apartment for 50 rubles is just a great title for a video. Yeah, sorry again, I'm getting behind with the chats. I just want to scroll down here because I'm going to get right behind now. I just want to thank Trefore Mapudu for 200 SEK. And you're also a channel member too. Thank you for being a channel member. Super sticker. Oh, it's a trophy sticker. I can't show them on the screen, but thank you for the trophy. Yes, thank you. And also Bear Bull Cruising. Thank you for 11 months as a Traveling Russell fan. Bear Bull, I know you're a long time. I think you were probably one of the first subscribers to the channel. So thank you for 200 Sikhs. Anybody knows? Excuse me. Oh gosh. My wife just came in. I'm allergic to pretty women. And that's why I'm sneezing, because my wife just came in the room. So I wonder if anyone knows what Sikhs are. Troporo, I guess maybe you know what country you're from. You can let us know. Can I catch back up to the comments? No. I'm from India and I'm in Moscow as well. Love your videos. Thank you, Mohammed. They're interesting videos and the kitchen looked fantastic. Into a property in Russia, yes. Now, just talking about property, today we went to look at a couple of properties nearby here. Somebody said they were in a Prelivka. Now, we went over to a place called Vesna. Now, somebody actually told me this quite a long time ago about going over to Vesna and having a look at the properties there. It's on the other side of the main highway here. It's only about 5 minutes by car from here, but there's a whole lot of new properties, it's just apartment buildings that have been built. And there's about 3 that are in the last stage now. And then now it's gardens. And we went to look at 2 different places. We went to look at one that we went to get arranged. And we saw another one listing while we were there. We called them and they said, oh, we're actually the owners of the place for sale. And we went to look at 2 different ones that were for sale. Also studio apartments as well. Because we're just trying to see if maybe we spend a bit more than the 3.5 million, we can buy something local here. I say we, but it's really me, but then it will end up being my wife. Yeah, the kitchen on that other place was very nice, by the way. The fridge, yeah, it was a very nice kitchen. It's not sold yet, that apartment. It's obviously still for sale, but the family living there took out a bit of furniture. So it looked a little emptier than I think it probably should be. G'day, Russell. Nareen, hello. Well, everybody's in Moscow. 50K, 50p. I'm not sure. Yeah, 70,000 people, I guess, is the subscriber count times 50 rubles. I also want to thank, Bebel Cruising, thank you for the super sticker also. And that's kind of me. I don't have my hat on today, but that's my hat back. I don't wear my hat backwards, but thank you for $5 or $4.99. Thank you so much. And Alex again. So Alex, Bebel Cruising, Treforo, thank you. It's so nice of you. Can foreigners own condos here? I believe they can. I don't know, Joe, the exact law. I should probably ask my wife. GoFundMe and see, I need to go back to the cruise ships. Yes. Sam's Russian Adventure. Will you take the call when Russia needs you? Okay, we'll skip that one, but we'll go to Sam's Russian. Sam, I'm coming to Vladimir, or you're getting your car and coming to my place, and I've got a sofa for you right there. You're more than welcome to stay as long as you like. If you want to get in the car and drive to Aprelivka, you're more than welcome to come. Or if not, I'm coming to you. Yes. We're in the late planning stages of going ahead with it. The difficulty is me walking into a bank asking for money, or enough money to be able to buy this studio apartment. By the way, 30 square meters is the studio size that we're looking at. Can foreigners? I guess maybe Sam knows if you can answer Joe's question. Can foreigners own apartments? Or you're going to buy an apartment where? Moscow. Okay, so the 3.5 million one is in Moscow region. The one that we looked at today, this is also Moscow region. I think the other place is about 30 kilometers from Moscow. This is about 45 here. Do you have a job? I don't have a job in Moscow. No, YouTube is my source of income. My wife works. She has her own nail studio or nail salon in the same building where we live. She pretty much funds me, basically, because YouTube is okay, but it's a grind. YouTube is not easy. Is it a studio apartment that we want to buy? Yes. It's a one-room studio apartment. Basically, they're very rentable. They're very desirable as a rental. We won't have a problem renting it. We won't have a problem finding a tenant for it. The one we looked at today, by the way, is a little bit more than 3.5 million, but it was very nice. The first one we looked at wasn't nice. They were both the same price because we've got a price range that we're looking at. And it needed a bit of fixing up, cleaning up, tidying up, dusting, wiping, painting. The second place, we actually, the couple had 2 cats. And I said to the owner, I said, can you leave the cat here as well? I have got a Russian residency here. So as a Russian with a residency visa and married in Russia, I probably can own it. But otherwise, it's probably going to be my wife's name on it. In Russia as a foreigner, yes. Mirpad payment, yes, you can do that as well. There is a lot of ways to help to send money without crypto. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, but if people want to send a Bitcoin to me, I don't know how, but we'll figure it out. Oh, SEK is Swedish currency. Oh, there we go. SEK, SEK. Rafia Bank, yes, I know that's sort of set up for some people. Exclusive content, get paid for it. Wow. I'm making stuff on YouTube. There's too many avenues. Serbia living in. Would you mind to make a video about a Russian dacha? I've made. My wife's family is from Ufa, not from Moscow. We did go to a friend's dacha last year, and I made some videos. They're on my other channel, though, on the I Like Cruise Ships YouTube channel. If you go in the Telegram group, I will add a link to that video after this is finished. She's wearing Russell repellent. Yes. She's got lots of bottles of it in the cupboard. Yes, she definitely does. Trefori. There we go. Thank you. Trefori. Oh, it's Trefori from Sweden. That's you. I thought that was the money. Sorry. We can only aspire to be as smooth as Russell is with women. Yes. My wife still wants to know how she met me and fell in love with me, and it all happened. Aaron from Liberia. Good to see you, Aaron. Hello from Sweden. Love your videos. Thank you. Chernobyl. Yes, Sam's Russian adventure is in the house. Sam, I should make you, if you're here, where are you? I'm going to make you a moderator. Add as a moderator. Manage moderator. Can manage blocked words and change mod. Can review and remove chat and hide or put users in timeouts. Let's do you as I don't know which one. As a moderator. There we go. New York. As a Florida 50/50, but can't visit my Moscow flat anymore. At least next 5 to 7. Baby Rattle, just let me know the address if you'd like me to go check it out and make sure it's still there. And if it's for rent or not, just let me, if the key's under the mat, Baby Rattler, send me an email if you like. I can happily go there for you. I completely serious tuber. Hello. Yeah, if you want me to go there and check it out, I improve my English skills with you. Thank you. Go to Vorkuta, Commie Republic. Cheapest apartments in Russia, yes. But then you've got no one to rent it to if there's nobody living there. I've seen all these crazy YouTube videos about that you can buy them for $10 or $20 or $30,000. And have you looked at opening a Boosty account for that? No, I haven't. I guess I will now because everyone talks about it. And he said it's probably a new way over. It is probably a new way over donation alerts. Yes. Yeah, I know that the donation alerts payment method can be through Boosty, or it's connected with Boosty. Amounts of land, which would be difficult to get a bank loan inside Russia. So Sam would know. Sam is a British expat who lives in, what do you call it now? Not regional Russia, in provincial Russia. If anyone watches his channel, he's in Vladimir. Government is going to launch. Yes, the D4 train. Yes, I'm waiting. Our station is ready and finished. It's all the others that haven't caught up, Link. They're coming soon. Can a foreigner start a small business, or there are certain regulations for non-citizens? I don't mean to ask tough questions, Anthony. What are the best places to visit in Moscow, according to you? Mohammed, I would say anywhere around Red Square or the Kremlin area. If you want to go to the center of Moscow, over to Arbat Street, old or new Arbat Street. If you want to walk away from Red Square, go up Svetskaya Street. Also Kuznetsky Mosque or Lubyanka area, which is where the Central Children's Shopping Mall is, where the FSB building is, if you want to stand there and, see that. That's Svetskaya Street. I don't know that other street that's by. There's also GUM, the shopping center there in the middle of Red Square. Oh, Bob, thank you. Hello, Russell. Can you comment on what it's like to fly on Qatar Airways? Is it ranked as the world's best airline by many viewers? Is it any different from any other airlines? Yes, Bob. We traveled with Qatar Airways from Moscow to Doha to Denpasar. But my wife and I both enjoy it. We were both in economy, of course, but they are a very nice airline to fly. They're very nice. Even economy seats, they're nice. The food was nice. We had a short layover on the way to Bali. On the way back, we had 15 hours, and we actually went to the lounge, and we paid. We don't have a card to get into the lounge for, I don't know why, but we paid a fee to go into the lounge, which you can only stay 6 hours, but we stayed like 13 hours. Qatar Airways, Doha Airport is amazing, by the way. It's a huge place. There's a new area that they built off, like another terminal that they're adding on with this like garden, like with trees and everything, and luxury shops and normal shops and restaurants. I would prefer Qatar Airways over Emirates. I don't particularly like Dubai Airport as a transit airport, personally, in terms of flying through both of them. Both of them offer very similar flights, to and from, but you're going through either Dubai or Doha. But yeah, thank you for the super chat. Super chat, right? And you're also a channel member, Bob. Nice to see you as a channel member. Thank you. Wow, thank you so much, everybody who's done Alex there on donation alerts and then on super chats. Thank you. Jen, my wife, has flown Qatar Airways when I've met her in Bali before. She also flew it when she came to Australia. And I've flown it to and from America to go back to work a couple of times. And I fly in economy. We don't fly up the front of the plane. We're flying in the back of the plane. But both of the flights that we had to Bali and back, what we did was we chose the aisle seats across from each other. So we didn't sit next to each other either. We had both, because we both like the aisle, right? So, and where it's a 3-4-3 plane, we both got the 2 aisle seats, which we both like. So we can both get up, we can both walk around if we want. We're not climbing over each other. So yeah, good question. Thank you. Anyone's got specific questions? I used it myself to get paid for international commissions. The only downside is that it takes a 5 to 10% cut. If they have residency in Russia. Yes. Sam knows all about this. Sam is the guru on things about Russia. My wife's moved into this from Smolensk, so flat is not empty, but I'll send you email how to transfer money to Russia. Thank you. I'll look for that email. Dubai airport is so huge it becomes confusing at a point. Yes, it is a big airport. I just don't find it as comfortable. I think that's just me. Also, I worked in duty free for a lot of years, and I like to walk around the duty free in Doha as well, just to walk around it. My wife wanted to shop, of course. I don't, but yeah, it's just a personal thing that I prefer Doha over Dubai. Near Tagansk, where Simonovsky Monastery is. Yeah, this is, I guess, in Moscow somewhere, I guess, where you're talking. Taganskaya metro station. Yeah, also, yeah, right. There's another option. Go to Moscow City or New Moscow City. Yeah, Delevoye Center is the metro. Yeah, all of these 11A. I don't know the A and Bs, but 11A is the big circle line. No, MCC, Moscow Central Diameter, is that one where you go to the Delevoye Center. Hello, Russell. Hello. Thank you, Bob. Yes, thank you so much. Theater there or in the square. Yeah, you guys are chatting where you live. So yeah, yeah, today we went to look at 2 different studio apartments. We went to look at one. I sort of said to my wife, I said, let's arrange to look at a few in the same place while we're there. It's not far from where we live, literally. We just took a taxi over there. We were going to walk back, but then we got a little bit held up at the Pitorichka. We went to the Pitorichka over there. No, sorry, Perikrostok. This Perikrostok Fresh, this fancy supermarket. And when we were in there buying things, all the power went out in the building, and it was like a blackout for about, it wouldn't have been more than a couple of minutes. I guess they've got backup generators that came on. So we got held up going to pay for things because they had to reset all their computers and everything. And my wife had to get back she had an appointment in the afternoon now. That's where she finished late to come home. So yeah, we looked at one that we arranged to look at, which, funny enough, the daughter, the 2 children, the daughter and the younger daughter were the ones that came and looked and opened it up for us. I think they lived in another apartment somewhere else, I think. So it wasn't even an adult that was there when we came to look at it. But it just needed, it looks, you know how when you look at house listings and then when you go and look in real life, it's not the same. That's definitely what it felt like. You know, the real life versus how it was. So thank you for 135 likes, by the way. I just keep looking over at this viewer. It's called viewer activity screen, where it shows like the super chats or the channel members and the likes and current viewers. So thank you so much. Yeah, New Moscow City. Yeah, definitely a place to go and see. Yeah, it's an idea of going to see. New Moscow City is just completely, almost radically different from going to anywhere else in Moscow center because of the skyscrapers and how it's just condensed into one, you know, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 blocks of an area, versus, you know, the whole of Moscow the Moscow center as a whole. Yeah, when I went to the KFC video to do the video, by the way, when I finished at the end, I was just leaving. I met a subscriber outside who was coming for the opening, and we went for a walk together down to Red Square, over to Kuznetsky Mosque, and then we walked back so he could get back, because I was there about 11 a.m. I was there, and the opening wasn't until 5 p.m. So it was just handy that we kind of bumped into each other. And then I said, oh, we'll go for a walk together. We had a chat. We stopped for a drink. We had an ice cream. So yeah, if anyone else is a subscriber, we really should arrange a meetup, I think, versus doing just happen to see people in the street. But it was fun, really was. Adinsova, they have the railroad to Moscow as well, and in my opinion, is a better place than New Moscow. Our friend, my wife's friend's mum, just moved from Adinsova. She sold her place there to move closer to my wife's friend, who just had a baby. So obviously, it makes sense for her not to travel from Adinsova all the way to the east of Moscow. Honestly, Baby Rattler, we could look anywhere in Moscow for an apartment, anywhere. The place that I found, this one for $3.5 million, it's a studio apartment, is literally in the next block, exactly from the one that my wife purchased a few years ago now. So I know the area. I know it's exactly the same building, well, the same construction as the building that my wife's place is in. So it's not somewhere where I have to kind of go and get a feeling for the place. How does it look? How does it, like that? The reason today we went to the ones over the highway from us here, because it's all new build. That's essentially finished now. And neither of us have been over there. So we just want to get an idea of what it was like there. A little bit more than $3.5 million. So instead of people sending 50 rubles, now it might have to be 54 rubles. Also, Vedenha, yeah, there's so many things I didn't mention. Vedenha Metros, yeah, try the monorail, yes. Yes, is it 5 stations on the monorail? I made a video about it on the channel too. If you put monorail, I think, into the search of the channel, there is a video that I did on the monorail. Yeah, we can meet up. It would be fun, yes. Actually taking screenshots to save the locations and visit them. Oh, maybe Mama Muhammad, you don't know all these places. Yeah, Vedenha is definitely, you can spend a day there. They've also got the big Ferris wheel there as well now. There's a huge kind of the buildings that represent the different former Soviet states, the CIS countries. And then if you walk to the very back through the main alleyway to the back, there's a huge park out the back there, and a walk and a few lakes, ponds, I guess you would call them. To be near and cheap, yes. Yeah, look, there's a bazillion places for sale in Moscow. If you look online, I mean, not a bazillion, there's a lot. There's a lot everywhere for sale in the whole world. If I look at even in Perth, where I was living, there's stuff for sale as well. Even when I did a live chat with my mum a few days ago. I pulled up the screen sharing with my mum and showed her stuff that was for sale where she lives, just to compare house prices. Yeah, this $3.5 million one, I know I'll keep talking about it, but this is the whole idea of this particular live stream, is to have a conversation starter for this live stream. It's a good value place that's it'll be automatically be rented. We don't think that, I think the person who owns it now, my wife called to arrange just to go look at it. I think they live there and they're moving out. So that it's not rented, they basically live there, right? So love your videos. And Sam's, I've been to Moscow twice in the last 3 years. I love the place and looking to visit again soon. Greek Aussie. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. You like Sam? Yeah, Sam's videos too. He does a lot of stuff in Vladimir, where he's from, showing a lot of the surrounding areas where he lives. I've actually only been there on the way to and from Zuzdal. So I do know one street of where he films, but I don't know the general area where he lives. But yeah. Oh, Maleni, I just saw the email. Thank you for sending Coca-Colas. I haven't got... I'll tell you what my drink is at the moment. Is Limon Fresh. It's lemon lime with mint. Oh, There you go. Is it focusing? 100% natural ingredients. That's what I've had a little bit of a drink of it today, or this is what I bought today at Perikrostock. Or Crossroads is what it translates to, the supermarket name. So yeah, that's my current drink. I did go to buy a can of Coke the other day at Globus, and I put it back. It was 96 rubles, which is $2 Australian, pretty much, for a can of Coke. And I'm thinking, I can buy a bigger bottle of cool drink like the Dobra behind here. This one was 80 rubles today for 1.5 liters versus a can for nearly 100 rubles. I know it's not a lot of money, and it's, where we're looking at 50 rubles to buy an apartment. So it's not a lot, but it's just the kind of principle of it, and I put it back. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hi, good to see Sam here. Yes. Oh, Petros. Oh, Peter. Do you go by Peter or Petros? It was a nice walk. Yeah, thanks for being live yeah, here is Petros. I can't see your icon because it blocks the icons. Yeah, this is not Sprite. This is lemon. Well, I guess it would be Sprite in a way, but it's got minty fresh. Leo, thanks for becoming a channel member. Thank you so much. Why couldn't I put up Bearbal's 11-month anniversary? Oh, interesting. Yeah, good cola. I don't think, Mohammed, I'm slowly convinced it's not the same thing. I know it's from the same factory, from the same owners, the same previous owners of the factory. I will tell you that the Dobra Orange is Fanta, and then this Dobra Passion Fruit is basically Pasita, which is what we call Pasita in Australia. The English speakers get from media no food, which, yeah, comrade. Yes, Sam was basically throwing around a lot of different ideas for his thumbnails, and he does a lot of street talk videos, where he goes and talks to people. Obviously, he can speak fluent Russian back and forward to people there, and a lot of his videos are street talk videos. So that's where he kind of gets that kind of line grab, or word grab that he puts on his thumbnails. Yeah, thank you, Leo, for becoming a channel member. Also, Bear Bull Cruising, Bob. I'm not too sure. Is there others? It's hard to see the channel members here, unfortunately. It's hard to see people that are channel members because with the Russian YouTube, there's certain things that are basically not showing, like the channel icons don't show for me. They're basically like a broken image. And then the channel membership icon doesn't show. It's a broken image as well. So, yeah, I feel like I'm getting a bit of a stuffy nose. It's a bit strange. 58 minutes. And I've caught up to the chat today. There are places to visit, cities 1,000 kilometers from Moscow, such as Ufa. Yes. My wife is from Ufa, Yekaterinburg, Tyumen, Perms. Yes. We have very good friends from Tyumen as well, who live here in Prelivka where we are. She's invited us more than once to come with her there. So, yeah, no one benefit from sanctions is no ads on YouTube. Yes, that's one perk in Russia. There's no ads on the YouTube. Definitely. Nayakan 666. Hello. Yeah, my wife tomorrow, we're going to go look at a third place. Oh, not tomorrow, Monday. We're going to go look at a third place in the same Vesna. It's called Vesna, which is, does that mean water or swamp or something, or lake? I don't know what what Vesna means in Russian, but we're going to go look at a third place that I wanted to look at today, but they just didn't answer the calls. In Australia, Saturday and Sundays is like critical days for real estate agents. Both of the places we looked at today were private listings. So that's why it was easy to go look at them. It was less problems to arrange someone to meet us there because they live right there. So whereas this one on Monday is with a real estate agent. But in Australia, that's their big thing. Saturday, Sundays, 24/7 answering phones. If you want to sell things, you've got to be on the ball with it, And like my wife said, it's 3-day holiday now. So people have gone to their dachas and gone to do shashliks. So Ochakova one, yes. It was way better than the Coca-Cola and Dobro, yes. Ochakova. Yeah, you can actually go on the tour of the Ochakova. I don't know if you go on a tour of the whole factory or what you see there, but it's about half an hour from here. It's not that far away from here, maybe 45 minutes away to this Ochakova one. I know the one you're talking about. But you can go, yes, you can. Bashkortostan. Oh, spring goes after. Oh, Vesna means spring. And now it's spring. One thing that one of my wife's clients said to her, because my wife, nail salons and hairdressers, right? They always talk to their clients, and it's like the kind of place where you chit chat. And they suggested not to buy not in Vesna, but not to buy in spring. Wait for summertime or wintertime. But I don't believe there's a difference in the time of the year that's good or bad for buying and selling real estate. That's just my opinion, personally. But cooking chicken soup, I realized. Flu, can you answer the question about cash in Russia? Is there a cash system? Cooking chicken soup? What did I miss? Oh, you're cooking chicken soup. That cash in Russia, is there a cash system? Yeah, so yeah, I guess we're just talking about could I buy an apartment in Russia with 50 rubles? If my 50 rubles, everybody else's who's a channel subscriber's 50 rubles added together. I mean, obviously, where people have done super chats or donations, or Marlene did buy me a Coca-Cola, buy me a coffee, it brings down the divided amount less than 50 rubles. I mean, can you get 69 or 70,000 people to donate one amount of money? I mean, do you guys believe that that's a possibility? That it's possible that crowdsourcing or crowdfunding can work? Yeah, Cool Cola, yes. Thank you, Link. Yeah, they Kvass supply and also, that's right, they Cool Cola, Fancy and Street. Yeah, the time when Coca-Cola left, I guess last year, Cool Cola, Fancy and Street came kind of to the front very quickly because their bottles look quite similar in the coloring and their labeling. I just honestly, I've actually had all three of them, and I don't like them at all. They just don't. I mean, I know Ochakova as a brand is good, and their older drinks are better. These Cool Cola and Fancy are not really quite the same. If you are a Coca-Cola or a Fanta drinker, it's so expensive here. Stop making me jelly. Sorry. Yes. I know that. You think it could happen? Hi, thank you. I think it can happen. I mean, it's a matter of everybody. I mean, my wife said to me, actually, before we did the live stream, and my wife was cooking dinner, right? She said, "Oh, but Russell, if you were watching someone else's live stream, would you send them money? Would you send them money?" And I said, yes, I would, if I like the person, if I believe the person, if I believe, not believe, but if I feel that it's the right thing to do in terms of their channel or the content they make, the type of content they make. then she's like, no, just tell me, would you send them the money? And I'm like, yes, I would. What I would like to know, though, is I'd like to see like something concrete. Okay, the building's concrete, but in terms of what you've done with the money, I don't want to see you in the next episode driving like Ferrari around, after all the money's been donated, or you're on a holiday in Maldives. But my wife was quite adamant about it, because you're the one talking about this 50 rubles. Because I talked to her about it a few days ago, and she's like, I guess she just doesn't have that belief in what these ideas that I come up with, It's possible, but you will have to grow further to increase the amount of supporters first. If you do not want to wait 10 years. Yes, that's true, comrade. Right. I guess if I can get a few 100,000 subscribers, and then I can divide that by the amount of money, it brings it down much less and much quicker. So, talking about Coca-Cola, your bottles have changed. You finished the sanctioned Coke. I had one in the last live stream, if you might remember. That's gone. That was a week ago now. I bought that when I went and bought shawarma. And I can honestly tell you that one, I don't know where that guy got that Coke from, but that wasn't Coca-Cola in the bottle. It was probably a fake. I don't know what that one was. There was a difference, but there is a lot of property for people who left the country, time of the year, Moscow. Yeah, Raby Rattler, I don't think that's the case, because I was thinking that last year, that there'd be people even in the buildings where I live here, would just start popping up for sale. And we use our building specifically as a kind of a yardstick of, what's for sale, what's not for sale, how often do they come up. And in this building, they don't really come up. There is literally just one listing in this building, and that's the one I made the video in. Literally one listing. So, if I look generally at the map of Moscow, there's a lot of listings, but I don't know every area personally, so in real estate in Moscow, everyone is trying to enjoy New Year in new apartment. That's probably the thing, Elizaveta, that December is the high season in real estate. You'd prefer vodka than soda. Not everyone drinks vodka here. It's a big myth, I think. People don't drink vodka. Thank you, Leo, for what are you doing? Gifting memberships. Thank you so much. And people have taken it up. The channel memberships. Gifted 5 memberships. Can I put that up on screen? I don't think I can. I can't put that on the screen, but thank you so much, Leo, for doing that. And for people to become channel members. I did suggest that we do a members-only live stream, and I need more people to vote on that. If you are a channel member, I'm happy to do a separate one. I did one last year, and there was only literally a few people watching, so it was good because it was channel members, right? It was you guys who were channel members. But then some people put in the comments of the channel member thing about I'm happy to watch the general live stream like this. So again, if you're typing in Russian, I can't read it. So hopefully it's good. If Sam's here, Russian Adventures, and it's not good, he'll probably delete it pretty quickly. I did order myself 24 cans from Afghanistan. Now, when I went to Food City, so if anyone's from Russia, Food City is one of the wholesale markets here that something like 15 or 20% of all of Russia's food comes through Food City. That's in Moscow. I saw Coca-Cola there from Iran, from Poland, Belgium, Germany, Turkey, Kazakhstan, Georgia. I remember Afghanistan. I know that actually when I went well, it would have been a few months ago now, before I went to Australia, I went to a car racing event here in Narofominsk, and the guy that was doing the hot dogs had Afghanistan Coca-Cola. But I couldn't figure out how to ask him where they were from. He was just like, yeah, Afghanistan. To buy the apartment, yes, I'm a little bit closer. And I think someone just did buy me Coca-Cola as well, did they? What did just happen now? I can't open every screen. Oh, PayPal, thank you. You sent PayPal. Thank you so much. Bonnie, thank you for doing PayPal donation. PayPal goes directly to my Australian PayPal, by the way, and then I can send it directly back to Russia through another person, which is how we bring Australian money to Russia. Counterfeit Afghanistan soda pop. Yeah, I if anyone's watched the video about can you buy Coca-Cola in Russia video, I did talk about it briefly about this, about counterfeit Afghanistan soda, right? So if there's a Coca-Cola factory in a country producing Coca-Cola, and then it gets shipped to another country, like to Russia, and it's sold as Coca-Cola, it's still Coca-Cola. If somebody's copying Coca-Cola and trying to sell a product that's meant to be Coca-Cola and it's not, then it's counterfeit or fake, if you like. That bottle of Coke that I had last week, I think was fake. But for instance, in Globus, the one that they had there was from Poland. The one in Globus now, you can buy the can of Coca-Cola for 90 something rubles. It's Polish Coca-Cola, and there's pallets of it stacked up. Kind of a guy that is there something Russian that you like? Yes, I like pilmeni. I like pilmeni. I like to go to the supermarket and buy fresh bread that they make in the store that we bought some today. I like how simple things can be. Like today, calling to go see that apartment, the second one especially. And the one we're going to go see either Monday or Tuesday is a little bit harder through a real estate agent. Tomorrow, I'm going to go meet somebody who I met through Telegram. And he basically suggested that I ask for a ticket to this event we're going to go to. I'm going to make a video. I'm not going to talk about the video until after I've made it, in case I don't make it. And I emailed, no, I didn't. I looked up their website and I telegrammed them asking for a ticket. And they've sent me a free ticket to the event. And it just happened like, and then within an hour of that, I've arranged to meet him tomorrow for lunch. Actually, we're going to go to Kuznyi Tochka for lunch. Then we're going to go to this event together. That's something I like in Russia. Things can happen very quickly. And I just talked to my wife there about on Tuesday, she's going to call the bank to ask about borrowing money from the bank. Because if she's going to be the biggest owner or percentage owner of this apartment, she's going to be the one doing the paperwork or helping me with it, right? And she said it can all be sorted out in less than a week. From going there the first time or calling them to signing the papers, to getting the money deposited in your account, to make the purchase, it can happen very quickly. Russian YouTuber. Oh, there we go. I don't pick them. Yes. Oh, is that you mean? Oh, right. Yeah, I think you mean the memberships, right? Traveling with Russell donates, and viewers will increase if you start making streams on the topics of learning Russian in Russia. They like to watch foreigners suffer with our language. Yes, thanks. Yeah, I suffer with it as well, even though I'm not learning enough. Even not knowing Vesna meaning spring. Yes. I guess most people here are from Moscow. Anyone want to meet up in real? Please translate Russian. I'm not sure if... I think Sam's probably sitting on the sofa just listening, I think. I don't think he's probably not exactly doing the moderating. Russians can't be channel members anymore. That's true. Yes. Right. Unless I guess if their YouTube channel is not based in Russia. Yeah, right, Viking. This is very true. Yeah, I mean, I've never really talked about the fact that it's sanctioned. I mean, I don't necessarily say that word in my videos when I make videos. There is other YouTubers that do. Let me taste that sanctioned Coca-Cola. I think Crazy Russian Sergey, if you ever watched his videos, he talks about it. The one thing, if you look at it down the track, right, things like car parts are harder to get now. They're trying to put restrictions on importing certain car parts or certain oils or certain things that are for trucks and cars. Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't prepare a drink today for my stream. So, things like someone said this quite a few times about supermarkets are not sanctioned, but the ability to drive the truck with the goods to the store has got some, indirect sanctions on it. If I look at the supermarket, like the KFC video is a good example, the Rustic video. So when I did the back of house tour, when I walked through, the guy there that was doing the English part to me, we were talking about the machines. They were called Henny Penny, and it's an American company that produces machines mostly for fast food companies like Wendy's, Burger King, KFC. I don't know if for McDonald's or not, and I said to him, oh, what happens when these sort of things break down? He's like, oh, we've got technicians here in Moscow. They can come and work on them. I said, what about parts? He said, oh, we've got access to parts. The company that's took over the master franchise for KFC has been dealing with them for a lot of years. So a lot of the systems in place and are still there, and they've got access to those, ways to repair the machines. I said, can you still buy more machines? He said, yes, we can. I mean, it'll come through a third country, kind of like parallel imports, but we can still get them. And he said, we're in Russia. This is what he said to me. He said, we're in Russia. We can reverse engineer things. I mean, can you reverse engineer the machine that deep fries the chicken legs? I mean, I don't know, but the way he said it, is it possible for a French citizen to buy a apartment in Moscow? Yeah, according to Sam's Russian Adventures, he said yes. So here's Sam here. He was here. Andre, if you want to buy one of these ones, the one in the next building, let me know. I don't know who I call. Right. Russia has the original Coca-Cola too, just bought from other countries. Yes. It's true, right? The original Coca-Cola that's from a factory that makes Coca-Cola is original Coca-Cola. I order Arizona iced tea from Ozone. Yes. I never got into iced teas. It's a big thing in America, and I just never could get into them at all. But I never liked Coca-Cola. I love Pepsi. Yes, actually, on the desk there, at Perry Crosstalk today, I bought Frustal. And Frustal is one of the Pepsi brands that's made from Pepsi that left Russia. So, and that's essentially Miranda. So I've not opened it yet. I did buy it to drink after we left the supermarket, but because there was the power outage and then it was a problem paying for things, and then we had to get back for my wife to go to work, I didn't get around to drinking it. Thank you. You guys, when you want to chat to each other, we put the @ symbol and then start typing their name. It highlights on their chat. I guess I need to scroll down on mine. If someone does @ like traveling with Russell, you can see them. Yeah, Super Chat sticker subscriptions are not available in Russia since 2020. Yes, correct. They're not available, right. Yeah, that's kind of pretty much why I've set up SberBank and donation alerts, because donation alerts is one of the easiest ways that people inside Russia can, let's say, donate to the channel. I'd rather not see. Cryptomania. Your name's Cryptomania. Duolingo is actually really good for learning Russian. Yeah, I've heard about this, but I've never looked at it yet. I used to bake in the US, just cannot eat local expensive bread, which... Yeah, bread is... There's so many choices of bread here too, not just a few types. Sarcasm in pirate, and I'm fluent in sarcasm and pirate. Here is a debate for you. Do you want to do it? Do you want to do it? Because the further you grow, the less connection with your fan base you will have. Also, on the topic of growing your channel, here is a debate for you. Do you want to do it? Do what? Buy the apartment? Is that what we're talking about? Because the further you grow, the less connection with your fan base you will have. It will be less personal. Honestly and truly, the people that know me from the beginning of the channel, who are here or either on the live streams, are still here, or in the Telegram group. There's a kind of a set kind of few people that chat on the Telegram group a lot. And definitely people like Babel Cruising, who were from the very beginning. Leo, I know from here and the other Telegram group as well. There's definitely a kind of core audience who follow the streams and the videos and comment on the videos as well. Thanks for your wonderful conversation. Thank you. I think you're talking to me. Lots of people chatting here. Sorry, but I prefer Pepsi. Yeah, I've never been a fan of Pepsi. Honestly, I did touch on it in the KFC video. That's what they were serving at the Rustics was Pepsi, which is now Eves. And actually, the drink machine where they measure, they put the cups to give you the drink with your chicken. The machine in the back of the kitchen, which is when we did the tour, had the Pepsi sign on it. And he said, "Oh, we've not got around to changing it yet." And that's how much Pepsi aren't bothered about changing that sign as well. Oh, your moderator left. Leo, do you want to become a moderator? Do you know Russian? I guess I need someone that knows Russian who wants to become a moderator. That would be helpful, I think. Bit complicated. The Coca-Cola channel itself. Sometimes it seems to me that on the Coca-Cola channel itself, this drink is not discussed as often as on the Russell channel. Wow. Yeah, look, I drink soda. I mean, I won't deny that I do. How am I doing? I'm doing well today. My wife and I went out together. We don't often go out a lot together. We only went out for a few hours, mind you, but we need to go out more, like go to the park or go for a walk now the weather's good. Yes, had a nice few hours, even though we went to go look at a couple of these studio apartments. Blind tested Coke and Pepsi yesterday and couldn't tell the difference. Riet and Link. I know a good, I don't know what the GMM is. Good morning or good something. I know Rhett and Link because I watched an interview with them on Colin and Samir show. So if you know your other YouTubers, so for our law, apartments doesn't give residence registration. You have to pay more taxes. Oh, than a house. I think that's in a house, right? I think, are you comparing an apartment and a house or flat? I mean, I just call them all apartments here. I know I've got registration in the studio that my wife bought. That's my registration. That's stamped in my passport because we've had to go to the office over there in Vidno. Vidno is the region where that studio is. Your Telegram group's the best. Thank you, Leo. Yes, I totally agree. It is the best. I like that I can post something and then there's a bit of friendly chat back and forward. It's hard to find. Fanta strawberry and grape. Yes. When we were on the cruise ship a few years ago, there was one of the girls I worked with that was crazy about this Fanta strawberry. Dr. Pepper. Yeah, you can definitely buy Dr. Pepper here in Moscow. It's in almost all supermarkets. It's definitely available. Zeph, you volunteered to... Do you know Russian, Zeph? That's the most important thing. Do you know Russian? Moderating basically is just basically keeping an eye on the Russian commentary. And if it needs deleting or if you want to translate it to me, then you could. Or Petros, yes. Leo, by the way, Petros was the nicest young guy. I don't know if you've either seen a photo of him or I don't know if you've done any back and forward like that, but he's a student. I think he's going to university. I just happened to bump into him in the street. We actually walked for probably about 2 hours together, chatting the whole time. But super, super nice guy, Leo, by the way. If you aren't sure who he is, you know, in terms of putting a face to the name or name to the face. Long today, but wanted to say hi. Been a while since I've caught a live stream. Thank you, Sam. Yes. We'll be here for... We'll either be here for 4 minutes or we'll be here for 34 minutes. Let's see which one we'll do. 4 minutes or 34 minutes. I guess that's based on the commentary, I think, or the skate shops and skate parks, Zeph. Not near where I live, but in Moscow center. Well, in the parks in Moscow. In Gorky Park. Gorky Park, I think you know, maybe heard of Gorky Park. That's from the song. There's a skate park there. Yeah, there's definitely skate parks around. And mostly people not doing really skateboarding. They're doing scooters. You know, like the one with the metal bar and where you can do a bar spin and things like that. I'm very sorry for coughing. Yeah, at skate shops, I don't think I've seen one in the Central Children's Store in Moscow Center, the big 5-level children's shopping mall. There was a skate shop in there. There's either one or two of them in there that had plenty of skate stuff. So yes. Can I contact you on mail? You have put it on YouTube. Of course you can. Yeah, the link for my email is in the description. Of course. Or if you want to chat on Telegram, look for me on Telegram. You will remember the Russians. Oh, we've got 2 people who want to do it. I think my from talking, particularly this afternoon with my wife, when we're together, when she's at work and I'm at home, we're not talking, right? So we had a good few hours chatting, especially looking at these 2 apartments. And then coming home now and doing the live stream within about an hour of coming home. Basically, we came back together. She went to work because she had a client, and then I went down to the shopping center by our train station to buy a few more things from the shop. I have Fanta from Macedonia, and I use Google Translate to read it. Fanta from Macedonia. I've not had a Fanta in... I don't think... I mean, the Dobra orange really is Fanta. But I, never really... Well, I've not had Fanta for a while. How many of those scooters get thrown into the Moscow River? I guess you're talking about the shared bikes. I reckon it's probably not a lot. I don't think there's that kind of person here who would blatantly do that. Or do it out of... I don't like the word hate. I don't like the word hate. Out of hatred for something, to throw something in the river. I've seen YouTubers where they go magnet fishing. There's a guy, he's an Australian guy. I think he does it in Amsterdam. And he pulls out bicycles and all sorts of things doing magnet fishing. I don't think there's people that do that, but that's just me. Why are you in Russia? I'm lived here now for 9 years, give or take. I met my wife probably 10 years ago then. More than 10 years ago. When I was on holiday in Thailand, we were on separate holidays. We met each other in a bar one night. And she invited me to Russia to come and, holiday here. In this exact building, in another apartment where she used to live before. Yes. Do I like Russia? I mean, I've been here this long. Of course I like it. People ask me that a lot. Even like the taxi driver will ask me it. Someone who I'll meet at the supermarket will ask me. When I was at the KFC Rustic at KFC, they asked me so many times, like, because I was the only one speaking English there. There were some Chinese news reporters. There were some from Germany and some from Japan that were there. And they all asked me, how well can you get around without speaking Russian at all? I am German. I've spoke German. Obviously, live 9 years in the UK, so speak English fluent and speak enough. You can make do not knowing lots of Russian. If you had to go to like buy an apartment, like we talked about in this video extensively, it would be difficult, near impossible, without someone to completely translate for you. That either talk you through the process, or if you go to an office, they deal with it for you. It would be difficult. You know, you'd want to learn some basic Russian, numbers, days of the week, words, you know, greetings. You'd need to know people here if you were to come here who could help you with a lot of the administration side of living here. Thank you for 70,000. Yes, we will do another live stream. That will be a thank you for 70,000 subscribers live stream. I didn't even think about that till you've mentioned it high and someone else mentioned it earlier. Might pull out a larder. Yeah, I've seen other YouTubers, especially English-speaking ones, that have talked about buying a car on the channel and things like that. I guess I'm being a bit radical. I'd love to get a Lada Niva, which is the kind of the Russian. Well, it's more like a Suzuki Jimny or a RAV4 kind of a car. That's the Lada I would get, the Lada Niva. My wife laughs at me because she thinks they're horrible, but if that would be the one I could get, I would get that one. I had a Hyundai Getz in Australia, so I'm not a car person. You're the man. Thank you, Wade. Thank you so much. Thank you for answering. Yes. Thank you, Wade. So what do we got there? We've got 39. Oh, the yeses and nos have gone a bit. I guess I need to do. Let's do another poll. Start a poll. Would you? Let's just put this one. Would you lend me 50 rubles? That's what we're talking about, to buy a house. That's the right thing. We'll do no. Always do no first, because people just put the first one they see. Whereas if you do no first, then yes, people have got to read the next option. Oops. All right. Would you lend me 50 rubles to buy a house? So 50 rubles for most people. So in American dollars, it's about 60 cents. By the way, 50 rubles is pretty much $1 Australian, or about 90 something cents. So I was joking about the mod thing. I don't speak Russian. I only drink it. White Russians, Zeph. You've been in Russia for 9 years. Yeah, on and off. Yeah, I mean, we were in Australia during COVID for about 1.5 years. So I wasn't in here. This is the longest consecutive I've been in Russia now, coming up to 2 years. This will be the longest that I've been here consecutively. How fast is your internet connection? I don't know how fast it is, but it's perfectly fine and fast for what I do, for downloading or uploading YouTube videos, movies and TV. I can stream. Actually, a couple of nights ago, I streamed 2 different English football matches that were on 2 different screens here in front of me. And this is all going through my laptop, by the way. I don't have a desktop PC. Do I have plans to go to Serbia? I don't have plans to go to Serbia, Link. I have one friend that lives there, but he works on cruise ships. more than he's actually at home, so it'd be near impossible to kind of catch him. Was in continuation to magnet fishing the larder, but yeah, the larder is quirky and I want one. It was in Canada one time. Yes. Yeah, you see them just dotted around here. I mean, they're all not, they're in all sorts of conditions, but they just look cool to have, just, if something happens to them, you don't have to worry about where you park it, if you scratch it, if you're going to dent it. Yeah, Chevy Neva, yes. As a result of collaboration with Lada and Chevy. Yeah, you do see a lot of Chevy Nevas here and Lada Nevas. I don't know how to give you 50 rubles. There is donation alerts. There's a link to it. I don't know where you are. I forgot where you said you were, Anthony. There is super chats, super thanks. Buy me a coffee. 100 is better than 50 rubles, but this is the whole point of the. Let me pull it up one more time because I think this is the whole point of this. Because it's really the key to the whole idea of this live stream. Is this? Oh, where is it? Oh, where has it gone? No, don't tell me it's disappeared. Where's my link gone? Not link in the channel, but link. This link. Where is this gone? We want this one right here. Now tell me this is going to share the right thing. Now, this is the whole point about the 50. I mean, I can do the 100 ruble poll, SC1, but the idea here is if we divide 3.5 million rubles by 70,197 subscribers, I think it's now more than that. If anyone wants to check what the subscriber count is, we get 49 rubles 85, which is 61 cents US. And that would basically buy the apartment tomorrow. Well, I don't know when, but oh, thank you for. Oh, I can't. Can I do that? I can put that over me, so I can't see me. Thank you for the super chat. Is that super chat or super sticker? Bohankas are cool. How can I not see that? Oh, there it is. Thank you so much. I think it's super sticker. And I can't get your name either. Oh my gosh, because it's in Russian. Luckily, I have a very powerful computer or laptop. Lets me have a lot of screens open. Daniel. Здравствуйте, Daniel. Thank you so much for the 99 cents. I wonder if that's American or an Australian. But either way, that's pretty much exactly the 50 rubles. Thank you for the super sticker, Daniel. Or Russian name right there. How much does a small studio apartment cost in Australian dollars? So that 3.5 million. I'll do the exact exchange rate right now. Oh, I already 3.5. I've done this so many times. This exchange rate is in my head. $65,030 is this. That's a 20 square meter studio. So it's basically 20 square meters. The one we went to look at today was 5 million, and that was 30 square meters. So we really wanted to see what the difference would be with something close by here. Is that one better size? Yes, like that. Let's do that. I wish I don't have that box around it, but we don't have a choice. Yeah, 65,000. I guess the other one would be 90-something thousand, I guess. Because it's about 53 rubles for a dollar at the moment, for an Australian dollar anyway. Vincento, okay, so what I'll do is I'll figure out how to do crypto for the next live stream. Transactions are free. I believe PayPal PayPal to PayPal is free as well, because I did look up this because someone asked in the Telegram chat about transactions with PayPal. What about the rent? The rent will be 20,000 rubles per month, because that's already, which I think that is about 400. You're wanting to know in Australian money, 20,000 rubles is $371 per month rent, if you're comparing what the rent is. Hey, Russell, I'm popping out on the road tomorrow afternoon, so have a good evening. Catch you. Thank you, Bebel Cruising. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a long-time channel member. Thank you for the super chat. We will be off in 19 minutes. So if you're here or you're gone, thank you so much. Yes, we'll do exactly 2 hours. So if anyone that hasn't watched a live stream before, 2 hours is pretty much exactly my normal live stream time. People should boycott PayPal. Yeah, I don't use it very often. I literally have, when I was in Australia during COVID, and my wife and I wanted to do a bit of a side hustle. And originally it started out that I was selling my old DVD collection, which I had for years and years and years, and it was in a box. It was in boxes, and I thought I'd list a few on eBay, and it happened to take off, and I sold quite a lot of them. And through PayPal, the payment method was eBay. Through eBay, the payment method was PayPal. So I kind of had that PayPal set up for eBay, buying and selling, pretty much mostly selling. So I'd list DVDs, people would buy them, I'd post it to them. I pretty much did only inside Australia because it was just easier. And then I realized people didn't really want DVDs, they want Blu-rays in the Blu-ray movies. So I went and then started buying people's collections from Facebook Marketplace, where people had their entire Blu-ray collection they don't want to have anymore. So I was buying them for next to nothing and then selling them all at a fixed price, no matter which item it was. I would look them up, but and that's why I've got a PayPal account. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing that for the payee, but the receiver gets the full amount as I understand it. Oh, there we go. There is a fee for the payee. Thank you, Leo. I'll catch you next time. Stay safe. Thank you, Zeph. Thank you so much. Obviously, the time difference wherever everybody is. Only some places take Google Pay, so for now, I'm on it still. Or maybe you're talking about PayPal. Yes. So I was receiving payments for commissions through it. Thank God my German comrade suggested crypto. Yeah, I know people in Russia have been using crypto as a transaction currency. And I don't remember who it was at the beginning of the live stream. They said if Bitcoin gets to 100,000, they're going to send me 1 Bitcoin. So yeah, I was using Google Pay in Australia, pretty much where you just tap your phone to pay for things. And then obviously it stopped working here because I had my Australian cards connected to it. So pretty much anywhere I go here, I just carry my SberBank card and tap and go that. So yeah. Thank you, everybody, for the live stream. Again, where you're typing in Russian, anybody, I can't read it. So if you're talking very bad things, hopefully that's not the case. I can't read it, and I hope whoever's reading Russian is somebody saying nice things or polite things, because it's not part of the channel that I like to be part of, if that makes sense. So crazy idea time. It's still there for you to read right here. If anyone thinks it's not crazy, wow, look at that. So 45 votes. 42% wouldn't lend me 50 rubles or $1 or 60 cents. That's very interesting. Even a small amount. I guess if you see a lot people asking for money, they hold like a drink cup, right, to put coins in. That's very interesting. 45 votes, and it's not sort of one-sided. I guess I'm going to have to put, would you lend Russell 50 rubles? They're just discussing politics. Hopefully it's good politics, not bad politics. That's what I don't really like. I don't want to bring it into the channel. I understand that things are happening around the world, and things even look in Sudan right now. There's craziness happening there. Thank you so much. The opportunity to see our own country through the eyes of a foreigner. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, a lot of people find it very interesting. I would lend cash, but not with a wire transfer. Yeah, there's no. The other crazy thing. Well, I guess I couldn't really do that for postage, because you can't really mail things to and from Russia now, even to Australia, to America, to countries. Just interesting facts. Thank you. Get beer pong going. I don't really have a way to do that live during the video here. Let me just close this so it's back on me. This is the. So if anyone, does anybody watch the videos about the apartment tours? And maybe people did or didn't. I guess people who are live stream watchers, would probably realize this is the apartment that we live in now, and then the one with the yellow walls and green kitchen was one we used to live in. The one I did the video on 2 days ago is actually the only listed property in this building right now, with 4 elevators. The one that we went to was on the corner at the other end of the building. There we go. 5 million is a lot for an apartment in Vesna. You can buy something bigger or closer to Moscow for that price. 3.5 is a great price for a studio in your area. Yeah, 3.5. The 3.5 million one is not in this area. It's in Vidno, which is where my wife's studio is that she bought a few years ago. Before she came to Australia, she wanted to keep a residency in Russia and registration in Russia. So that's where her and I are both registered at the place in Vidno. It's not Vidno exactly, but it's near Vidno. But that's the region. There's not any 3.5 million studios in Aprelivka where we are here. Vesna is across the highway, which I think is still probably considered Aprelivka, but Aprelivka on the other side of Kiev Highway, Kievka Chaussee. You can buy studios in the last buildings that have been, I'm pretty sure the buildings are finished, looking at them today, without construction for about right on 4 million. So this one we looked at today with 5 million, it was finished. You can move in. You can literally live there tomorrow. The guy said, everything will stay. And I said, even the apples on the counter, even the cat. And he kind of laughed. I think he did see the funny side of it. So, we've got a lot to think about, Elisabetta, about comparing 3.5 million versus 5 million, because it is a big difference. In 1.5 million is a lot of rubles difference. The place in Vidno is a lot easier. You still got to catch a bus to the metro, but it's more connected for transport. It is a little bit more of a sleeping block kind of micro district where there's just apartments everywhere. There is a little bit more shops there as well, and there is a small shopping center. Here at this apartment building, there's only the Perikrostok. There is a small Magnet. I would imagine they'll open more in the lower levels of the buildings eventually. Let me give you anything. I'm sorry. I won't lend you money. You can have 50 rubles, but you don't. Christian. You can want to say Christine, Christian. it's kind of interesting, this lending money thing. A couple of times I've lent money to people when I worked on cruise ships, and I didn't get it back. I probably, after the first time, I shouldn't have lent money, and I did it a second time, I didn't get it back. It wasn't a lot of money, but just people who, I guess I trusted and believed in and thought I'd get the money back, and I didn't. The 50 rubles is just a number, right? It's 48 point whatever it is. If you copy and paste the wrong wallet address or make the transaction with the wrong blockchain, your money disappears. Yes. Yeah, that's the bit I don't really fully understand. I know about the words you're saying, blockchain and wallet address and stuff like that. Gianetta Conti. That sounds very Italian. Very, very Italian. Yeah, 3.5 million in Vidno is a great price. Yeah, maybe you know about real estate. Yes. Actually, if you look up that area, studios for less than 3.5 million, maybe on Cian or Avito, I'm sure that one will come up. Because we've been kind of doing a lot of checking for pretty much the ones in those buildings go for about 4.2 million. So even at 3.5 million, we'll kind of make our money back if we were to sell it in the future if something was to happen. But it's purely as a rental. Comrade, thank you so much. You're out. Thank you for the chat. Thank you for being here for the live stream. More live streams coming more often. I was thinking of doing one tomorrow night again. What we might do is I might do one tomorrow night as the 70,000 subscriber live stream. I might do it a little bit shorter. I think that might be a good idea. Yes, I think so. Do you guys think so? 49 votes. My card is turned into a pumpkin, but I'll post as soon as I get a new card. My cards have turned into a pumpkin. Russia is huge, different time zones. I refuse a person in need. To refuse a person in need is just savage. Yeah. Yeah, this is the thing like this. I mean, working on cruise ships and meeting a lot of Indonesians, a lot of Filipinos. And when we went to Bali now, every time I'm in Bali, I feel like every other person I see on the street is someone that I worked with on cruise ships, or they could have, or they know somebody. And I always said that on cruise ships like that, when you go to the crew mess, especially at midnight buffet, right? When they're going to close after midnight buffet, there's no more food till breakfast. And an Indonesian or a Filipino, if they've got a plate of food there and you go up to them, and they'll give you the last piece of chicken on the plate. Even if they're hungry, they'll offer it to you. And that was something I learned from cruise ships, that, be good to others and they'll be good to you. I mean, on a cruise ship, you're on a floating piece of metal that's 1,000 feet long, 15 decks high, 1,400 crew members. That was on the ship I was on, the last ship. And, there's not very far that you can go. So if you need help, or if you need something, or you want to get something, or you got something for them, share and share alike, right? I think, I learned that quite quickly working on cruise ships a lot of years ago, that, being in Bali for those few weeks as well, you see that amongst the family members, amongst other Indonesians with each other, or Balinese with each other, that they'll help each other out, What music do you listen to? And maybe you prefer some Russian artists. I don't listen to any music, Link. I literally don't listen to any music. Pretty much in the taxi today for 10 minutes. That's the only music I'll have heard for the last 2 weeks. And that's it, literally. Excuse me. I just don't listen to a lot of music. Okay, everybody. So I'm going to wind down here because I've got 6 minutes to do that, and it'll take me 6 minutes to end the broadcast. I want to thank everybody who's been here tonight. I'm looking at the chat, and I should be looking at the camera. We've got 204 likes or thumbs ups. Thank you so much. If you want, when the live stream ends, if you'd like to comment on this video, please, if you'd like to do that. I will pin a comment that you can either follow or I'll pin someone else's comment. After the live stream ends, there'll be a way for you to comment on it, right? So thanks for the stream, Russ. Yes. Oh, okay. Even in person, the Balinese would feed the driver if you got one. If you were in a restaurant, the staff would bring food to the driver. Yes. When we were in Gili Air, we were there for 2 weeks in Gili Air. And when the boats would come and bring the tourists, the bar or restaurant that we sit at by the beach every day of the week, breakfast, lunch, and dinner pretty much, they could go up and get a feed from the kitchen. And the lady that owned that restaurant would feed the workers that would come in on the boats and back and forward, especially the boat captain or the guy that drops the anchor and stuff. But yes, definitely. I know if you go on tours, a lot of the places where the tour drivers take people, there's a place where they can go off and get a drink or use the toilet or get something to eat. Did we consider buying from a developer? Pick has a lot of new options. They have great gardens, yards. Also, Pick sells apartments ready for living. I know about Pick. I've not had really any experience dealing with them, or my wife hasn't. We really would want something that's move-in ready. We did talk about buying something without construction, but it would just take too long to get to the point of it being finished or rented out. We really want to buy something that's move-in ready, that someone can literally move in or rent it out as soon as we buy it, or as soon as I can afford to buy it. So I need a lot more 48 rubles to catch that up. I will mention to my wife, though, because she's the one that's doing the phone calling for me. So hope to meet you again. Thank you, Link. Have a good day. Congrats on 70,000. Thank you. Yes, we will do. Actually, I think I will do it tomorrow. I'll schedule for tomorrow night. 70,000 subscriber live stream. Also, it'd be the 29th, 30th of the month. Actually, I usually do a last day of the month live stream anyway. So, yes, thank you, everybody. Thank you for donation alerts. Whoever did send donation alerts. Thank you to the people that did live super chats, super stickers. If you are ever watching a video and you're not from Russia, you can do super thanks on any old video. And I do pin all of the super thanks in videos where there is someone that's done one. Thank you. Vit, thank you so much. Kidos, thank you. Faith, channel member, thank you so much for being a channel member. What apartment? Why apartment and not a real home? Really the price. They're much more reasonably priced to buy an apartment. They're far easier to rent out. Pretty much you can find somebody within a day or two of listing it as a rental. There's no maintenance and no care and no looking after things. There is houses here in Moscow region, but not as many as there are maybe in other parts of the world. There's far more maintenance and care to look after a house, in terms of gardens and upkeep and, looking after things like the just general building. So an apartment, there's pretty much, it's lock and leave, if that makes sense. Chat out. Thank you, Leo. Yes, we're right on the number. God, there are YouTube channels where one can get real information. I think that means I give good information. Thank you, Russell. Good night. Very interesting polls and chats. Thanks, Marlene. I'm not sure are you in the Telegram group? Maybe you don't have Telegram. If it was a reason to download it, to use it, and join the Traveling with Russell Telegram group. I pretty much post photos or something more than daily, pretty much every few hours, because I got it right on my phone. So yeah, I kind of like to keep people up to date with things there. Oh, yes, you are. Oh, thank you. I think maybe I remember, maybe you got a different username on there. That's what confuses me. Yes. So yeah, tomorrow I did mean to go to the Zara reopening in Russia, which is now called MAG. And then Dub is Stradivarius. I forgot now. Stradivarius, Pull&Bear, Zara, Bershka. They've all been renamed and reopened. I won't get to go film that tomorrow. I might go do that on Monday, Tuesday. If anyone, we're going to go see this other place. A lot of people in... Mad Mod, thank you. Mod, thank you. I won't read out your comments. People can see it there. I'm always careful. I think no one's really looking for an Australian guy, I don't think, who needs a shave. So, perfect timing. Thanks, everybody. Again, thank you for watching the live stream. Join me for the 70,000 subscriber live stream, I think tomorrow night, unless the world ends. I always say this, in case the world ends. People go, what do you mean? It's just what I always say. I look good with the stubble. Thank you. Yeah, my wife kind of likes it too. She doesn't like the fact... Kaluchka in Russian. It's called kaluchka, which is like spiky hair or porcupine. She kind of likes it, but then she doesn't like it. So when I was in Bali, I kind of had it like this as well. And then I went to a very nice barber a couple of times and had it shaved off completely. Yes. All right. Thanks. I hope the volume has been good. I feel like I'm close enough to the microphone. Before, please stay home. Please stay home on the 6th of May. What's on the 6th of May? On the 6th of May. Is that... No, that's not the holiday in Russia, is it, Christian? I don't think so. Is that the parade in Moscow, which pretty much no one can go to anyway because it's crazy and hectic? I think that's what you mean. I'm not sure, but yeah. All right. I procrastinate too much, and it's now takes 7 minutes to say goodbye to everybody. And that's my usual thing. No, it's not. I'm not sure what's going on the 6th, but I'll double check if something's meant to happen on the 6th to stay home. I do tend to be home more than I go out now. I think this new apartment, I kind of like living here because it's more space, a lot more room to walk around. Yeah, 1st till the 9th is the holiday here, right? Yes. The non-working days. Good night. Yes. All right, end broadcast. Catch you later, everybody. See you in the comments or see you in the next video. Bye.